Okay, let's come together to learn.
Hello friends, today we shall discuss about the second chapter of biology of class 9th, that is tissue. And this video is going to be a short one, and it comprises of only meristematic tissue and their types of meristematic tissue depending upon their position and location, means position, location and their function. Okay friends, now the plant tissue. Actually plant tissues are of two types. First one is the meristematic tissue, that is those cells, the cells of this meristematic tissues are capable of cell division. Another one is the permanent tissues, and they are mature cells and are incapable of cell division. Now the permanent tissues are again divided into two different types. First one is the simple permanent tissue, another one is the complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissues are those tissues which are made up of only single type of cells. They are made up of single type of cells, while the complex permanent tissues are those tissues which are made up of two different or more than one type of cells. The best example of complex permanent tissues are the xylem and phloem. They are made up of four different type of tissues, cells. Xylem vessels comprises of xylem vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers, xylem parenchyma, and phloem complex tissue is made up of sieve tubes, companion cells likewise. While the simple permanent tissues, in which they are made up of single type of cells, they are comprises of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Combinedly, parenchyma and collenchyma can be called another type of tissue they termed as chlorenchyma. So friends, let's start the topic one by one. First start the topic meristematic tissue. Okay, meristematic tissue, as all of you know, as I have already stated earlier, the higher plants have multicellular bodies made up of various kinds of cells, and these cells together to perform specific functions. These group of cells are called tissues, and the plant tissue may be primarily classified into two groups. First one is the meristematic tissue, another one is the permanent tissue. Okay, let's come to the point, that is meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues are also called as meristems. Okay, meristematic tissues, actually they are the group of cells or collection of living tissues. They are group of cells or collection of living tissues, collection of living cells which are located at specific locations and divide continuously to add new cells to the plant body. Okay, they have the power to divide to form new cells. That is the USP of this meristematic tissues. They have the power to divide to form new cells. Actually, in plants, for increase in the length and girth of the plant, and they are present in the growing areas of the plant. That means wherever growth of length is required, meristematic tissues are present. New cells that are produced by the meristems are similar to the meristem, but as they grow older, their characteristics changes and they differentiate and they will form permanent tissue. Okay, after some time they will attain the characteristics of the permanent tissue. What are the characteristics of the meristematic tissue? First important characteristics, that they are active. Active means they are living, and they have dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose walls, prominent nuclei, and lack vacuole or vacuoles provide rigidity to cells, and they prevent quick cell division. Okay, actually cell needs a dense cytoplasm and soft cell wall for cell division, while in case of the meristematic tissue they have dense cytoplasm and soft cell wall. So that's why they are able to divide continuously. Now there are types of meristematic tissue depending on their location. First is the apical meristem, second is the intercalary meristem, third one is the lateral meristem. On the basis of their location, they can be divided into these three different types. As its name indicate, apical meristems. Apical meristems are those meristematic tissues or meristems which are present on the apex or the apical portion of the stem, that means shoot or the root. Shoot apical meristem or root apical meristem, these are the two different types of apical meristems. The function of the apical meristem is to increase the length of the plant or the height of the plant, or ultimately directly related with the primary growth of a plant. Primary growth means increase in the height of the plant. Okay, second one is the intercalary meristem. They are present on the bases of the leaves or internode. These are called as intercalary meristems, and they are also responsible for the primary growth, increase in the length of the organ like leaves and internodes. Now next one is the lateral meristem. Lateral meristem is a type of meristem which is present in the woody trees and plants, and they are here, lateral meristem. They are present longitudinally, and on sides of the stems and root, two different types of meristems are present. Lateral meristem, first one is the cork cambium, another one is the vascular cambium. Cork cambium is the cambium or the meristem that is present beneath the bark, and second one is the vascular cambium that is found in the vascular bundle. And the function of this lateral meristem is for secondary growth. That means it increases the diameter and girth. Girth is the thickness or the diameter of a plant, grown plant. Okay, that is secondary meristem or lateral meristem is responsible for the secondary growth. And then I hope all of you understood this topic. Now there is a quick recap. You have to write down its answers in your copy. What is the unique feature of meristem? Growth in plant is restricted to certain reasons. You have to explain it. What happens to apical meristem when it loses its ability to divide? I have already told you, when a apical meristematic tissue loses to divide, it will form permanent tissue. Now you have to draw a well labeled diagram to show various types of meristematic tissue and their location. What type of tissue is found in the shoot apex? You have to write down apical meristematic tissue, apical shoot system. Name one more part of a plant body where this type of tissue is found. Another one is the shoot and the root apical meristem. Why vacuoles are absent in the cells of meristematic tissue? Why vacuoles are absent? And then, do the roots of a plant continue to grow after their tips are removed? Give reason. Yes, if we remove the tip of a plant, then still the plant will tend to grow. Why it will tend to grow? Because some of the hormones that are responsible for the growth in plants, they now releases from subdivision region or below the tip region. Okay, that is the reason. You have to just search the answers of this question and write it in your classwork copy. Now there is some homework. You have to draw the flow chart of slide 4, which I have already told you. Another one is you have to write down the meristematic and permanent tissue definition, and there is one in text question number 2, page number 74. You have to write it in your copy. Okay, thanks for your watching.
Please subscribe, like and share the channel.